Well, this week it sounds like Chika's starting off more annoyed. Why are you annoyed, my young sir?
Because
It's a fantasy one. Actually, we started a fantasy league at the start of the season. We said whoever wins it.
Are we starting?
Yeah, we're starting.
we're starting?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
calm.
just going straight into it.
Fuck. This is like religious to me, so it's like it's tough.
Yeah, so Chika's was top of the two left feet one for ages. It looks like you've been knocked off that one completely.
Yeah, I took a sabbatical.
Who's top of that? Jack Healy. Is Jack Healy, if you're listening, Bro, you dropped into third for a short time. It says you're up in the two left feet league.
Yep.
This Jack Healy guy really knows his fantasy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a keener when it comes to this.
You can talk.
I'm keen as well. And we're top two. What do you want me to say? I like to succeed. Now Jack's always up there.
What, me?
No, this Jack.
Oh, Jack Healy. Oh,
Yeah, I went
was
to school
gonna
with
say,
him. My boy.
I was like, I definitely. Wait, do you know him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a random fan.
No, you know whenever like I say I have another Jack friend that's called Jack, and you're like, oh, you have another friend called Jack. This is the Jack I mean.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, this is the Jack I mean.
Okay.
I met him when I was 11 or 12. So I knew him before you. Yeah. Day one. You're like day two.
I don't like it when you
See?
distance yourself from me like this.
It's not distance.
Is this because I recorded an extra podcast with Mikey? Is that why you got this attitude?
I forgot that even happened. I bet it was shit anyway. I bet it was fucking shit.
Wait, whoa.
Whoa.
He has one bad moment on Fantasy Premier League, and then you're coming with this attitude today. No, I'm not having it. So you woke up on the wrong side of the bed,
Yeah.
and you've known the Jack before me.
Yes.
Well, you came with aggression today.
I came with the truths. The hard
And do you know what
truths.
else is the truth? You're losing your head-to-head in the Hammersmith Fantasy Premier League right now.
Yeah, but don't worry, Morgan Rogers and Buemo.
And this other Jack in your life,
Yeah.
he's above you in the two left feet one. And do you know what?
And where are you? Oh, let me just. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get the two left feet up. I can't find you. Oh my god.
So how many people?
You're 21st. If you're in the Premier League, you wouldn't even be there, bro. You wouldn't even be. You're not even top 20.
There's 31 people in there. And you're
21st.
I'm about mid-table.
You're not mid-table.
I'm just above the relegation
No,
zone.
you're like Wolves.
Yeah.
You're like Wolves.
So on a good day, I'm good.
There's not many good days. That's the problem. That's the problem, Jack. That's the problem. It's okay.
I've never seen you talk this loud. I'm even looking at the audio thing for what we're recording on. I've never seen it go
I'm
so high
passionate
for
about
you.
my fantasy.
I've never
football.
seen the audio thing go as high for you.
Well, look. This is the only thing that requires volume. You can get this shit in 4K.
Yeah, look, now it's gone down. Now
ASMR.
I've called you out.
No.
Bro, you just came with violence at the start of this. Is this because of the Myles Lewis-Skelly thing or something? I don't know what's going on here. I'm not having it though. The attitude fucking stinks.
Look,
like FPL, just brings the worst out of you.
get your points up. You can start chatting to me, bro. Get your points up.
Do you talk about? Do
Let me
you talk
see,
to your
how
other
many-
friends like
How many
this?
points you got? You got 1,223. Bro, you're over 200 points away from me. You're not in my league. This guy is not in my league.
Oh, is this how we started the pod? Yeah.
Look,
Jesus
look at that.
Christ.
First, second, third, fourth. Fifth.
Is this because of your result on yesterday for Hammersmith as well, or is this because you're not performing in the fantasy league, or is this because of Michael Oliver, or what did I do?
I'm top.
I feel like 50 Cent in that meme. Why you say fuck me for?
Because you're shit, bro.
Jesus Christ! I go up and I record one other podcast with someone else, and you've got this attitude now.
Don't make it about that.
Yeah, well, I'm making about it because I'm trying to find some answers for this violence.
All right, we get it. You were in a box in Old Trafford, and you had fun, right? But now you're back at Earth. All right?
What? As if Man United some amazing starship or whatever.
We're now back in your gaff. You're not there anymore, mate. All right, your honeymoon period is over.
Fuming.
Keep your feet on the ground.
I actually think we might have to cut that bit out. Which of the videos out?
It's not coming out yet.
No, it needs to be approved, and I'm sure it will be approved. So when it comes out,
you speaking a bit wild on there, like racist and that.
Well, you know me. I just spat everywhere. I just dribbled on myself. This is such a horrible start to a podcast. Anyway,
this is like old school to the left with the intros.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
All right. After I really hope this other Jack wins the Fantasy Premier League. I'm flustered now. I didn't think you would come for violence like that.
He's 100 points away. I don't think I can catch him.
On that note, can Arsenal catch Liverpool after getting a result against Wolves? In the show notes, I wanted to talk about Myles Lewis-Skelly and like how special he is and how incredible. That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? No, how amazing he is and what a great player. But now we are recording this the day after the Wolves game. What the hell has gone there? Mike Oliver has now sent off 8 Arsenal players in his Premier League career, which is crazy. I don't know when he started refereeing the Premier League. I wanted to talk about Myles Lewis-Skelly, how much I love him, how much he's incredible, how much he's a glimmer of hope during quite a frustrating season for Arsenal. But what are your instant thoughts on that decision? I know you're in a bad mood, so
I'm in a great mood. Unlike Sam. Great decision. It was a terrible challenge. It put his life in danger. People say the game's gone, but he brought the game back with this one. Michael Oliver. Amazing. No, horrendous tackle.
He could have been stretchered off.
You see the guy's mum came out being like, "Oh, my boy's all right."
No.
Yeah. He could have died with that challenge.
Yeah, you don't like to see it.
Don't like to see that challenge. Michael Oliver, saving lives, man. Mm.
That's what I've always said about him.
Yeah, man. Great man.
Like, he's always just protecting his players because he loves a red card.
Mm.
And, some people say it ruins the game, but I think it's protecting the players for the long term. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I think Arsenal were just a bunch of hooligans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but City, they are.
Yeah.
They haven't deserved anything.
Yeah, but, I wouldn't mess with a club that serves prawn sandwiches. We're just such tough nuts.
Prawn?
Yeah.
It's crazy. What do you truly think?
What do I truly think? I think I should not dog. I think that is honestly the worst red card decision I think I've ever seen. I even saw Tottenham fan channels coming out and calling it a disgrace. That's when you know you've messed up. Like, one of the first things on my feed on TikTok when I went to check was Ben Bowman, who he did a video with, like, big Tottenham fan, going, that is the most disgraceful thing in the world. And I thought, okay, cool. Because sometimes I think it's fair to say Arsenal fans do overreact a tinsy bit. We do. Because there have been some outrageous decisions. I think it's a snowball effect with that. And I think sometimes we over-exaggerate a decision that hasn't gone our way. Because there have been so many bad decisions, if that makes sense. But this one is just incredible. And I was watching Match of the Day and they were saying, no, it wasn't even Match of the Day. I watched something online and they went, it's the way he got out the red so quickly. Like, he was ready to do. That's the thing that makes me uncomfortable about it. Like, I'm not one for conspiracies. I try my best to think that everything's fair.
You know,
but that one is the one where I'm like, that gets you thinking. Do you know what I mean? That really does get you thinking. I was astonished. I finished our game. You were playing. We played for the same club. I finished my match. You finished your match. I was in the pub. Said Myles Lewis-Skelly got a red card. I thought, oh, that's so sad. That could kill his confidence. I saw it. I went, this guy's gonna. This guy's just gonna want to box the ref, if anything. It's hard to put into words, and I think your response with sarcasm is the best way to do it. It's when Arteta said, I don't even think we need to appeal it. Surely, the thing with this one is, surely he's got to get demoted to like a League 2 game now. If he doesn't get taken off VAR, if he doesn't get taken off Premier League decisions...
He's supposed to be reffing the next game, I think, against City. I'm not entirely sure. But we're playing City, obviously, at home next week. And I think he was supposed to ref it. And they
would be stupid to put him on that game.
They can't put him on that game, surely not. Like, he needs to take a week off, maybe a month off. You know, he's supposed to be our best ref in this league. He's supposed to be the one that we're most proud of, you know, let things slide, let the game play on. Bit consistent, but like, I think the proof's in the pudding, man. It's just the quality of refereeing in this Premier League is shocking. And it's also inconsistent, it's shocking, it's rigged. You just don't give it. It's the most yellow card foul I've seen ever.
Yeah, it's the definition of a professional foul.
Yeah, not serious foul play. That is a professional foul. It's nothing more, nothing less. Rubber stamped. Everyone agrees in football what that is. There should be no debate about it. I just can't wait to see what they're going to come out with. If they're going to either just accept the fault, or they're going to try and be like, oh, we back him, you know, him and VAR thought about this, and Howard Webb's going to be sucking his dick. No. I want to see what they want to say.
It's the fact that VAR didn't even overturn it. But apparently it's because it was above the ankle or something like that. But if you slow it down and like you watch it in full time, like it doesn't. Even when you slowed it down, it doesn't look that bad.
The first contact that was made wasn't with the ankle; it was with the outside of his foot, and then his foot got raised after the challenge was made, so it made it look like whatever. Like he tripped him, and then obviously your foot. You don't play football like this. I don't know if you can see. It's not ballet. Do you know what I mean?
Not ballet.
It's not ballet. Ballet. But like... Yeah, it's a shocking decision, man.
It's a loss for... Like, I'm just lost for words. I made a point ages ago when we first started doing Two Left Feet that they should get ex-professionals to ref games. I suppose, like, because there's such a scarcity of decent refs in our league... I think there's just little nuances in football that you get as a player. And I know there will have been refs that play to a decent level and stuff like that. But I'm talking like high level professional games. Like the impact of challenges we will never understand. Do you know what I mean? Like we will never probably play against someone as fast as Salah off the top of my head. Like the timing of challenges is so more intricate at the top level. So if you've made a tackle and you haven't got the whole ball, but you've scraped the ball a bit, that level of pace compared to like a Sunday league or a non-league is going to be very different. And the nuance of did he get the ball or not at that pace is something I don't think I'll ever understand. It's like people say when you're like front row at the Prem, like you really realise how fast it is. And I just don't think most refs understand the small little nuances of what should be and should not. I mean, this isn't in reference to this situation, because at the end of the day, it's just an absolutely awful decision. But I just think in football, I think there should be a scheme in which ex-players become referees. And there's already, and if people want to talk about biases, there's already a thing put in place where certain referees can't ref certain games based on where they're from. So if people were to make that argument, yeah, I get that. I suppose it comes to funding, and it comes to whether people want to do it. But the way that you get people wanting to do it is through finances. And I don't think that would ever happen. But Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like, I just think there's little nuances that referees don't understand if you haven't played to that level. Same with me. I wouldn't understand certain nuances at the top level.
I don't know. Like, I don't know a footballer that, you know, maybe has played the professional game at a decent level that wants to be a ref. Being a ref is like being a copper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, being a ref, like, when no one likes refs.
But that's why I'm saying they should put money into it. Like, turn it into a scheme where they pay refs better, because the amount of abuse that...
I think they get like 1.5 a game. That's what I saw.
Which isn't... No, but as in, like, you get... Like, you know, like a apprenticeship. Like, you get paid to do an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
There should be one for, like, ex-players.
What,
the financial rewards.
What sort of ex-players are we talking about? We're just talking about players that played in the Championship, maybe that...
To a high level. I'm talking like top 5 leagues in England.
Okay, yeah.
Like, where it's like to a national standard. And I know the argument against that would be that the pace is very different if you're talking National League to Premier League. But I still think there's a better understanding there of, again, I've used this word about a million times now, but nuances. I think some Premier League referees get it right, but it's so scarce. It's a rarity. It's bonkers. It's just bonkers, the level of officiating. And there needs to be a scheme in place, because I think that when I was running the Sunday League team, they were like doing massive campaigns to get... I think they were paying players from Sunday League teams to train to be a ref, because there's so few. I don't know. I just think there should be a scheme in which ex-players do. I just think the level of officiating would improve so much. But again, it's one thing saying it, it's another thing putting it into action.
Yeah, 100%.
On a more positive note, let's just talk about Myles Lewis-Skelly. I always get his name right. Skelly Lewis Miles, and I can never say his name. It's Myles Lewis-Skelly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not that hard, mate.
I don't know why, I just really struggle with it.
Probably because he's black.
It's like the most English name of all time. What are you on about?
Yeah, but I'm sure if he was, you know, O'Leary, O'Connor, Patrick, we'll be fine.
I can't even do Irish names, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll give you an Irish first name test and see how well you do.
Yeah, come on.
Can you spell Quiveen?
Yeah, Quiveen Kelleher.
Yeah, but can you spell Quiveen?
Quiveen Kelleher, yes.
Ah, shut up. trying to get me cancelled on the podcast. Anyway.
You got Siobhan, you got Neve, you got all these.
Anyway, Myles Lewis-Skelly, MLS. Myles Lewis. Yeah, MLS.
Yeah.
I think we made this joke on the last one.
We did.
How good is this guy?
He's top, man. Great player.
This guy's attitude today, I swear to God, it stinks. It stinks.
Oh no, man! I love Myles, man. Like,
what's the thing that stood out? Okay, I'll be more specific with my question.
Thank you.
What is
build it up,
what is the thing when you've watched Myles Lewis-Skelly come into this Arsenal team that you've really noticed straight away? What makes him different?
Bravery. I think he said it quite clearly. I think it was to Ian Wright after one game. Like, Ian Wright simply asked him, like, did you fear any of the players against in the North London derby? Did you fear the moment? And he was just like, there's no one he ever fears. Like, he goes into the game thinking like he's going to be winning the duels, he's going to be dominating, and the fact that he can look at any player, any team, and just be able to have that confidence in his ability to perform and to dominate, I think that means that he'll probably go to the very top. Like, having that bravery with also the strength and the assets to match, like his ability to hold the ball under pressure, hold men off, go into duels, win them, have the stability to make the right pass after that. I think he's got everything in his locker to kind of play in a multitude of positions.
Yeah.
So, like, nah, man, he's a top player for an 18-year-old doing what he's doing now, built like an ox.
He's big, isn't he? He's brutish.
He's huge, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's quick,
Technical.
I'd like to see him play further forward at times, you know.
Like that, I think of that pass to Sterling. Like, when he's very precise with his passing.
Don't say that name.
I know. But
I love Sterling,
he laid it on the plate for him. I forgot who it was against from the top of my head. But Nwaneri's incredible, of course. We could do a whole monologue on Nwaneri as well. But I think the one thing that makes them different is you forget how old Myles Skelly is, and Myles Skelly, and then is it Myles Lewis-Skelly? Jesus Christ, I can't say it. MLS. You notice.
Let's call it Miles.
Yeah, Miles Morales. Why are you looking?
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Always trying to set me up.
What did I say? What?
Look, I know you so well.
What did I do? You're the one that said Miles Morales.
It's the way I can remember it. Anyway, MLS.
MLS, if you're watching, that's how he has to remember you, by a fucking Avatar.
Completely wrong film.
No, an Avatar.
Anyway,
do you know what an Avatar is?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
so
I know.
it's the
I
right
know.
film.
All right, I don't know anyone else called Miles, apart from feckin' Spider-Man.
You don't need to know anyone. You do. It's Myles Lewis-Skelly.
MLS. Always trying to set me up, bruv.
I'm just trying to educate you.
Anyway, I think the thing that you don't notice his age, and you notice Nwaneri's, and that's what's exciting about Nwaneri. I think Nwaneri, Jesus Christ, I don't even know how good this guy can be, and he's still performed so well as well. But it's just a massive compliment to MLS, because you feel like he's been there for 3 years, and he's not, and I find that so bizarre. And I've made the point about over £100 million on left backs about 8 times now on here since 2019.
He's not even a fucking left back as well.
Yeah, he's centre mid, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like an 8.
I don't understand. Why can't you just play California? Just until Merino's ready, or if he'll ever be ready, play this guy, man.
But the thing is, from the left, he has actually created quite a lot of chances.
He's amazing, but I'm just saying, like, I really rate Califury as well. I don't rate Merino yet. I think he gets overhated as well, but
yeah. I don't understand this Merino hate, by the way. Maybe we'll touch on this in a bit, but yeah, just incredible. Just like, can you remember a player apart from Wilsh that came in this confident? Saka.
Yeah, Saka's fearless.
Smith Rowe, maybe, in that game against Chelsea.
No, I don't think they were like as fearless, like going into challenges, getting stuck in, looking beyond. Yeah, since Wilshere, I don't think I've seen a player like this.
Yeah. Also, the thing I love about MLS is he is born in Islington, like raised in the area. He gets it, like, and I felt like you really saw that against was it against Spurs when he was getting the crowd going. I felt like you saw that. You just know. I like him bantering with Righty on the sideline. I just loved it. Like, it gives me goosebumps. I'm just like, that is a local lad. Like, he just gets it. It's like, kind of, he reminds me of a player from like 20 years ago. Do you know?
Like Ashley Cole.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't know. There's just something about him. There's just. There'll be more words that can be described, but he's brutish, he's technical, fearless, as you say, mature, really knows what the club means. He could genuinely be a Arsenal captain in the future. I know that's a massive statement, and it depends on how his career goes, and touch wood, it goes well. He's just his attitude is just spot on. You can tell he's a nice kid as well. And I saw that video of his mum in the stands, like, cheering him on. And apparently his parents are really lovely and have raised him well. Just really nice.
Yeah.
Sincere, really. What a guy.
Yeah,
anyway, so do you think this Merino hate's overdone?
Yeah, I think it is. But at the end of the day, like, we're a team that's striving to be, Premier League champions. And he has Premier League experience already. He's 28, 29 years old. He's supposed to be in his prime, maybe entering his prime. And he hasn't I know he had a difficult first 2 months getting injured in his first training session. And it took him a while to get up to speed. And it's not been the most stable environment coming into, not a stable lineup that he's played in. But it's definitely, I don't think he's been bad. He's been useful. But when you make a signing, you expect that signing to come into the team, start in the team, do well. But he hasn't really done that. So you don't want to see like constructive criticism now turn into hate, if you know what I mean. And I feel like football fans kind of tend to pass that threshold quite a lot when it's just kind of hanging in the balance.
Well, this is the thing. I think I saw someone. I was listening to the Arscast. You should listen to it. It's really Arscast. Really good podcast. I love it. It's my favourite Arsenal podcast. And they were talk. Oh, you know about it?
No. I wonder why it's your favourite.
You're on one today, bro.
What?
I'll give you one yum yum.
Okay, pause. Well, they're gonna think that's crazy. I said, I'll give you one yum yum.
I gave him a sugary pastry. That's what that makes it sound.
I'll give you a yum yum. Nah. Don't ever say those words again. That is bad. Nah. Yo, hey. It's supposed to be a PG channel.
Sorry. Jesus Christ. I genuinely meant that as well.
I know you did.
Alright, okay, cool. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
Jesus, sorry, Cheeks. Allegations are going to start. Oh. Alright, I need to think before I speak. Anyway, on the Arscast.
Yum yum
Arscast. I don't know what's going on.
This guy.
Oh, Jesus, I've been fucking tears. Oh, my God. I can't keep... I'm spitting, I'm losing. Oh, it's been a bit of a mess, this. I'm also getting hot because of the lights. I don't know. Okay, that just didn't help either, did it? Yeah, sorry. They were saying in the podcast that, like, because of social media, they were talking about Havertz is like, you're either shit or you're amazing nowadays. I feel like back in the day, and maybe this is one to debate as well, a lot of... Maybe oh, my head's gone. My head is gone.
Absolutely redonk.
My head is gone.
Donk.
They were saying back in the day, I can't look at you now. Fuck's sake. So what they were essentially saying in this podcast was that, do you think like we have do you think we have a problem with labeling people really shit or really good? Like there's no in between, like there's no room to have a conversation about how someone's above average or below average or does some things well, doesn't really do other things. Like I feel like we're so polarized in our opinions and it's so extreme, it's so black and white. There's no room for grey in football opinions anymore.
Yeah.
And do you feel like that about Merino?
Well, it's kind of what makes the game so good, like just the diversity of opinions, the intensity of the opinion. So I get it, but there's a line. I don't think they've crossed the line with Merino just yet. You know, then I've been screaming at him.
Yeah.
You know, football's an emotional game. You do stuff that is very out of character in reaction to stuff that probably doesn't even mean that much. But, you know, you expect a lot of your signings. You know, you sign a new player, you get a bit excited. And then when your expectations don't match what in actual fact is happening, then you're going to be disappointed.
I suppose that is what kind of comes with signing for a big club. When you've got less pressure at a club that doesn't have maybe, of course they have aspirations to do well, but the pressure isn't as much. I suppose that is what you're signing up for.
Yeah. I guess the harder you get in life and the better team you play for and stuff, the pressure gets more. So it's tough. Like I'm not Merino out. I'm just biding my time, being a bit patient with him. You know. Rodri didn't hit the ground running at the end of the day, so. But Merino's a good player. There's a good player in there. You can see little flashes of stuff. So I think as he gets more comfortable, more suited to the system, then you hope But right now, it's just hard to watch when you've got an 18-year-old coming in.
Yeah.
And he's taken to the professional game like water to a duck's back. So it's like, that's why people are getting on him.
Yeah, I think it's a bit harsh, though. And I think if we bring in Zubimendi, that Rice, Zubimendi, Merino midfield could...
Where's Odegaard playing?
Well, just like... Well, if we're defensively set, like if we want to have a more kind of... Like, we're seeing out a game, I think that works quite well. And then just as a rotation in the middle, to have all three would be absolutely ideal. Because Jorginho looks like he's on his way out. Partey's on his way out.
I don't want to see out a game. This is the problem that we have. This is the reason why we've lost so many games or drawn so many games from winning positions. So you got the fucking Palace game. No, you got the Aston Villa game. You've got the fucking Brighton game. You've got the City game. You've got the Liverpool game. Obviously, those were impacted from different reasons, injuries, red cards and stuff like that. But like, I want us to get to a point where, okay, we got the goal. We're 2-1 up, 20 minutes to go. But then you just go and get that killer third goal.
To be fair, Calafiori was saying it in his post-match interview after the Wolves games. He said Arteta was really like strict on us, like saying we need to attack, we need to press still, which is weird because it's like through his signings and through a lot of the way through our defensive solidity, you'd think that Arteta would want to shut up shop more. So that's just something I don't really understand, but it seems like it's a mentality that Arteta is trying to get rid of, to be fair.
Yeah.
But if we want to be more compact, as Benitez would say, I think those three would be great. And I think those three would be great to chop and change. Gives us great depth in the middle.
It's good to have options at the end of the day and quality options. So, you know, I'm sure Merino will improve. He's got a good football brain. Got good physical and technical attributes. So,
and a really good football celebration. I love his celebration when he scores.
Of course he fucking do. It's fucking shit.
Okay.
Shit celebration.
Talking about someone who's not shit.
It's a shit celebration.
Talking about someone who's not shit.
Oh, bro.
Talking about someone who's not shit.
You fucking like that celebration, man.
Isak.
Yeah, what about him?
Isaac.
I met him in the summer.
Did you meet him?
Yeah.
When did you meet Isaac?
We went shopping together. I'll show you.
Oh no, I did see it. Was it Selfridges?
Yeah, selfies, yeah.
What? You were getting a selfie in Selfridges?
No, you call Selfridges selfies. But, yeah.
Because you're bougie like that, yeah?
It wasn't a selfie, but I was with Josh. Let me see. I was with Chika.
What, just you three shopping?
Yeah.
Isaac, you, Chika shopping?
Yeah, man.
What was he? What was he there for?
I was like, you coming Arsenal? He was like,
Did you actually ask him?
I said he just laughed it off. He was like, oh, like. I was like, okay, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I even had a
There
bet.
you go, inside knowledge.
I even had a bet with one of our Geordie fans. Bet one of him.
Did you just call one of your friends a fan?
No, but he's two left, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know him personally.
Yeah, you do.
Who?
Your friend, Newcastle fan.
No, not him. Like, just from on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, genuine fan. Oh, damn. I forget about that.
Yeah. I've got a Geordie friend as well, but I've got a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost that bet. I kind of need to send him money, but
you're making bets with fans and you haven't. Chika, do
They're
you
not
want us
fans,
to get cancelled?
They're not what do you mean? How would that get cancelled?
You need to send him the money if you made a bet with him.
I've tried. He didn't follow up, but I'll send him money. I don't even mind.
Okay, cool, good. All right, maybe I need to have a word with you after this. For fuck's sake. All right. What was the bet?
I said £10-20 that one of Newcastle's players will be joining us
This season?
Yeah, in the summer. I was like, oh, they're coming. He's like, no chance. And then he was right.
Just because you had a word with Isaac?
Yeah.
That is a stupid bet. Do you really think that much of yourself?
Oh, yeah. He loves Arsenal. He supports Arsenal. I was like, oh, we need a striker. I was like, we're getting Bruno or him. Like,
you're so obsessed with getting Bruno. All right. Cheeks, you need to sort that out. No, we'll do it after, but you need to sort that out because that is bad. You can't just make a bet and not bet. Especially when you send me money, you always take off the money that I've bet you.
Yeah, because you keep losing.
Yeah. All right. What's his name?
Jack. Yeah, another Jack. Jack Dun. Wait, let me see.
Donahue.
No, wait, hold on. Yeah, Jack Dundas. Big up, Jack, man.
All right. Jeez, that's one for you to sort out. I'm genuinely just finding this out on the podcast.
I thought you knew.
No.
Yeah, I need to send that money, man.
Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, but in regards to Isak, this guy is special. Let's reel off some stats I noted down because he's so good.
Would you sign him?
Isak?
Yeah,
of course.
100 and something mil.
The thing that was putting me off before is when he started at Newcastle, he was quite injury prone. He did get injured quite a bit. But now with how fit he's been and how like regularly he's been playing and his insane goal record, which is 17 goals in 21 matches in the Prem and 14 goals in his last 12, which is nuts. And was on course to break Vardy's record before the Bournemouth game. I would sign him in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
400 and something mil?
Yes.
If it meant we signed no one else.
Huh?
If it meant we signed no one else.
Oh.
Because that's what's going to happen. Because we don't just spend money.
Okay.
Like, if we sign... It's like, I think they want 120, 30 mil. Obviously, it'll probably end up being more than what we paid for Rice. We're not going to be able to sign a player unless... Because really and truly, we're not selling anyone this year. We might sell Trossard for 20 mil. And that's it. Who else are we going to... Jorginho's contract's running out. Partey's contract's running out. Who else are we selling? Tierney might get him for that 10, 15.
No, he's gone on the Bosman.
Oh, is his last... He's running out?
He's gone on the Bosman.
So look, we're not making any money this year from transfers. Like...
Anyway... I would sign him in a heartbeat. And Shearer on Match of the Day even said, I think there's 3 world-class players forwards in the Prem now. Haaland, Salah, Isak. Would you agree with that?
You count Salah?
Yeah, that's the thing. All right, 2 world-class number 9s now. Haaland and Isak. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. There's some good potential, but not there yet.
Well, Isak, you wouldn't say he's world class.
No, Isak's. Yeah, let's. He's at world class right level right now. Ends the season strong, then yeah, I'll be like world class. If he continues at this rate, yeah, but I won't just be like world class right now.
Okay, well, what if you were to describe Isak with how well he's doing? As I say, he scored like 17 goals in 21 matches in the Prem, 14 in his last 12 from when we're recording this. That might have even changed, but that's an insane record when it stood, regardless.
Yeah.
What makes him so special? For me, when I've watched him, I notice something different about him every time. Like his clever positional play with he kind of done. Jermaine Defoe is great at this at Spurs. He would always like lurk in that offside position. Then, the moment he knew the ball was coming through, he would quickly run onside and then run onto it. Defoe was the king at that. And I saw Isak in the game yesterday against Southampton, again from when we're recording this. And he did that. And I just thought, it's just little things like that you just notice every time. I didn't realise how good he was with his feet the week before. And against Arsenal in the League Cup, I didn't realise how deadly he could be. So for me, it's just the fact that Isak... I notice something new about him every single time I watch him play. And secondly, that just makes him such a joy to watch. What is the thing that just makes you think, wow, this guy is the bee's knees?
I think he's just complete. And he keeps adding stuff to his locker. Like, I think we knew about, his ability to play with the ball at his feet, bring players into the game from last year. But I think this year... He's now absorbing contact a lot better. He's better in the air. Like, he's actually scored some like Henry type headers this season, and like that was something that was missing from his game probably from last season. So he's obviously adding stuff to his game. He's become a lot more fit, But I'll say like he's just complete. Like obviously with Haaland, you guarantee to get goals, and him to dominate centre backs and bully them. But with him, he knows how to drop into play, spread out wide, and when he spreads out wide, he's getting into the right position in the box for the cross that's definitely coming. So it's like he'll create opportunities for teammates, himself, and his all-round gameplay is just exquisite.
Exquisite.
Exquisite
Isak. That's going on the thumbnail.
Yeah, but I'm not paying 120 mil for him.
Really?
I think it really inhibits your ability to get like other players.
Yeah.
I think you're better off going for a more risky version of a poacher, like an Sesko, a Duran, and then going with that and then able to get another 2 players alongside that. Because you're spending 50, 60 on maybe 70 on them.
Yeah.
Like Isak's a great player and like I would love him, but let's not kill ourselves just to get one player.
Yeah. If there was one place that he'd most likely go, where do you think that would be? I can't actually see somewhere.
How old is he? 24, 25?
Yeah.
Chelsea would easily buy him. If they really wanted to.
But I can see Osimhen going there, as you've said before.
Osimhen, I feel like it's too late to go. They should have got. If you were going to get Osimhen, it's last year that you get him. Don't get him now.
Do you think Osimhen's a bit overhyped?
Yeah, like, look, Osimhen's not overhyped. He's a good striker, but he's also someone that needs quite a few chances to score. He dominate him. He'll give you his all, and he's great in the air, and he's a good poacher. But he needs a few chances to score usually, even though he's a good player, really, really good player.
Yeah, he's one that I remember watching the African Cup of Nations final with you. He was one I wasn't quite sold on, but that might have been more to do with the team than Osimhen. You'd have to tell me that.
It's a tough competition, man. A lot of people, Drogba's gone through tournaments not scoring, and he was top class. Like, you know, Osimhen's a good striker. I'll take him out. I'll take him on loan. I'll take him on a 1 or 2 year loan. But that guy's definitely older than he says he is. So, hey, look, I'm Nigerian. And I know for a fact that boy is 4 years, at least 3 years older than he says he is.
Did you think?
100%. I'll put money on it.
There you had 2 left feet exclusive.
I love Osimhen though, just in case you see this, like, I've got love for you, man. My brother. But yeah, now that guy's old.
How old is he now?
He's younger than us.
So he's about our age.
Does he look our age?
Yeah, I'd say.
Osimhen's a grown man.
What, so you're saying Osimhen's an unks?
He's at least 29, bro.
At least 29?
Osimhen is 26. He's 27 in December.
Oh, so he's our age, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is he's 33?
No, I'm saying he's like 29, 30.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you want to get Osimhen now? You want to?
Yeah, I'll get him for a 6-month loan if you can't sign anyone. But if he's at Galatasaray and they'll only release him for a permanent transfer.
He's only on loan there, though.
Exactly, but you can't like cancel the loan. I think there's a clause where he can leave in Jan, but it has to be for permanent transfer, I believe.
Yeah.
But no, Osimhen I'll take. Good striker, strong, hungry, good positioning. He just needs a couple chances. I think he would do really well in the Prem.
Osimhen, yeah.
He's got better feet than it looks. He can be a bit clunky, but he's productive.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting one. I don't know too much about him, but when I've watched him, I haven't been overly convinced. But you know better than me, so I'm not going to comment on something I don't know too much about. It's nice talking about number 9s. They're coming back. And have you noticed how the whole Gyökeres thing's gone quiet?
Yeah, I think he'll still make a move this summer.
Is there like one player that you've noticed that you would sign for Arsenal as a number 9? Like that isn't in the news, like Sesko. Not Sesko or anyone. Is there one player that you think people are kind of missing a chance with?
Well, Duran's not really been linked with us as much, but I think he's 20, 21. Obviously, he's a fucking maverick.
Yeah, like
he's a very emotional player. Can be a bit stupid at times, like posting shit on his Instagram and
hammers. Yeah. I don't think Arteta's going to take that.
But Arteta, he likes players that believe in themselves. He likes players that show passion. So it's like, and he likes winners. And he think, you know when you have that South American dog, and he'll give you that
Yeah.
hustle. Do you know what I mean? I think he's one of those players that will actually do that for you.
Do you know when I was doing the pod with Mikey after we drew to Villa, I was so upset and like so annoyed that I said that we should put Winner up top.
Who?
Winner.
He's Winner.
The dog.
I've always called Win.
Win. Yeah, short for Winner.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And did you hear the thing about Arteta bringing in another dog called Success?
He brought another dog in.
Well, apparently for the competition, because these are the fucking standards, guys. I actually got you. I didn't think I get. It's usually you getting me. Anyway, I got a clip of that when the extra one's gonna come out. I've got to clip that up. But yeah, it's nice talking about number 9s. I feel like we're talking about more now. Talking about like a legend of the game, and someone who's kind of coming to the end of his tenure. Neymar to Santos. Feels like yesterday, like he was going to Barca from Santos. Neymar's career is pretty much done now. Failed move to Saudi, essentially. He's essentially on his farewell tour. Would you say that you can look back on Neymar's career and would he look back on his career and think he could have done more?
But that's the beauty of his career. He did so much already, and like, yeah, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, and he came out recently saying that, you know, when he was leaving Barcelona, Messi was like, "What do you want? Like, if you want to be the best player in the world, I'll make you the best player in the world. I'll make you sure you win a Ballon d'Or. We can build a team around you, blah blah." Like Messi was being kind of unselfish in that fact, but he gave a kind of weird response, like saying like he wanted to try something new. There's a lot of Brazilians at PSG that he wanted to play with his friends, and like he wasn't too happy. And he also admitted like, yeah, they'll pay me almost double the amount of money that I was getting already. You know?
Yeah.
I think when you are Brazilian, you come from a certain place, and like you're trying to build generational wealth. I think he's already achieved so much footballing wise, financially wise, and just in terms of his legacy. So I don't know. I think he should be proud of his career. Like, he's still a legend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it, and he's impacted so many teams and players and stuff. Yes, he didn't quite achieve what Messi achieved or whatever, but
why do I look back and think Ronaldinho had a better career? Why does my gut tell me that? Is that nostalgia?
well, he won more, you know. He won more.
Yeah. I just think if Neymar stays in that Barcelona team, and obviously you said he's given his reasons for that, I think they could have been dominant for another 2-3 years.
Yeah, 100%.
And I mean, like, it wasn't like an unsuccessful career. Won Champions League, won numerous league titles. We're not even going to consider the French ones, in all honesty. For me, what taints his legacy a tiny bit was injuries. The typical going to his sister's party. I'm not sure what truth there is behind that.
Which one?
Like when he would always get suspended or injured just before his sister's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
There were little things like that, but I suppose maybe that's more to do with the media. And also getting injured was also related to the way he plays. He does just get taken out a lot. He draws in players, beats them. Like, his whole game is about another player trying to win the ball, and a lot of the time they won him. I think silly decisions and injuries and media scrutiny makes me just think, and obviously media scrutiny isn't his fault. It just makes me think, such a shame. Because I think natural ability wise, I think he's probably the best Brazilian player of all time. In terms of technical ability, Pele, I couldn't really comment too much on. But in regards to technical ability, I think he's better than Ronaldinho. I think he was a more all-rounded player.
Yeah, I think he was. It's fair to say he was a better player than Ronaldinho. That could cause a lot of ruckus, but I think he was definitely, not definitely, but he was a better player. You do have we have Ronaldo, Nazario. I think.
Actually.
So.
Yeah, I forgot about R9.
Yeah, so you have to remember this R9, which I don't think anyone can kind of come close to.
I'd say Neymar and R9 are pretty close in terms of ability, ability-wise.
Ronaldo, R9.
No, I'm saying they're close. I'd actually say, with you bringing that up, I don't know why that went over my head, but I'd say R9 maybe just. But regardless, he's one of the best Brazilian players of all time, and it just feels like he could have done so much more.
100%. But Streets will remember the impact he had on the game. It's the beauty of the sport.
But
not everybody can.
But
win,
we're not gonna talk about Neymar like we do about Messi, about Ronaldo. We're gonna look back and go, that was such a shame.
But he's not on that level, and I don't think he could ever say he was.
I feel like he could have got bloody close.
He could have had a peak year, which was like, damn. He could have split up that dominance of Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ballon d'Ors. But at the end of the day, he was in the same team as Messi.
Yeah, I don't know. Iniesta and Xavi played in the same team as Messi, and they were seen as like incredible as well. Iniesta's probably going to go down as one of the best midfielders ever, if not the best midfielder of all time. Massive statement, but I'm sorry, he's up there. So they still shone, and he still shone, even with Messi in the team.
It's tough.
Do you think if he doesn't make that PSG move, do you think he makes more of his career?
Yeah.
Simple answer.
Yeah. Fair. Wins more trophies, more meaningful trophies, extends that generation a little bit more. Champions League, and probably gives him a better shot again in the Ballon d'Or. And maybe would have probably made his... I think another bit disappointment is his inability for Brazil to kind of be as successful as they were.
Where do you think he ranks in like top 3 Brazilian forwards of all time?
He's top 3.
Top 3. Would you go R9, Neymar, maybe Ronaldinho third?
Oh, I think Pele's the godfather of football.
Oh, of course. I keep on they've got so many players, I just forget. I don't know why Zico came to my head as well there.
Zico. FIFA.
Yeah, so R9, Neymar, Pele.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough.
Leaving Ronaldinho is crazy, but yeah.
But then Pele did win a World Cup at 17.
Yeah. Yeah, those three.
Yeah, those 3. Let's not even rank them. Let's just enjoy him. Let's just enjoy him. Do you know, in the last podcast, I was talking about how like I thought it was the worst title race ever and this Liverpool team aren't as good as people are making out. I still kind of stand by that. I still don't think Liverpool are like 2020 Liverpool. I don't think they're like the cities of years gone by this season. But, big but, the way I counterphrase that and like from what I've been watching, yes, they haven't, I think ability-wise, been as good as they were when they won the title in 2020. And even when they pushed City to the line, I think there have been better Liverpool teams in the last few years before this. But I was thinking about, and I was just looking at the people in their team, like their core, like Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, Salah. And I looked at Arsenal and I thought, ability-wise, look, we're not too far behind, especially in regards to this title race. I just thought of those players, Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, Salah, and I thought, they just know how to do it. They've won titles. And I think in seasons where maybe the ability of the top teams drops a bit, which obviously will happen, obviously you reach the ceiling, I think that just carries you through. And that makes you a top side. So maybe what I was trying to say last week was, or in the last pod was, yeah, I don't think ability-wise, this Liverpool team are as good as they were in 2020 when they won the league. But I think mentality-wise, they're as strong as they've ever been. And I think that core will carry them through. I still think they might fall off a tiny bit, but I think they'll know how to pick themselves up a lot better than the Arsenal team. Like I think, like, has Havertz ever won a title? No. Saka's never won a title.
Premier League.
Yeah, a Premier League. Like round robin, like in the Champions League, is a lot different to winning a Prem. Like, you got to pick yourselves up constantly. You're never quite out the race. So I just look at the Arsenal team and I just don't see enough players who have done it yet. And obviously, the counter argument to that is you have to do it to have that experience. But at the end of the day, they haven't at Arsenal's levels compared to the last 2 years. I don't think it's been close to this season's level of performances hasn't been as good as the last 2 seasons gone by. And I think Liverpool's mentality and the experience they have in this team will see them through. And that's not to say they've been playing terrible, but I think the point I was trying to make was I don't think, the ability isn't as high, but it's almost like more of a compliment that the mentality of the team and just that we're going to do it. Like, we'll be cool. I think that's what I was trying to say. I was like listening back to the pod and I was just like, I really didn't explain that well. I still do think that, again, they will drop points, but do you kind of agree with me? Do you think, now that I've explained it a bit better than the last pod, do you agree with me that you think the ability of this Liverpool side isn't as high as the one in previous years, but because they've had that core for so long now, they know how to get the job done in regards to winning the title. And I think that's what will carry them through.
It's balanced. It's slightly a bit more pragmatic Liverpool team. And they've just been consistent at the end of the day, and all the other teams haven't been. So I kind of get what you were saying before. I kind of get what you're saying now. But I think there's still more twists and turns to come, but I think they'll probably end up doing it. I think they've maintained it to this point, so I can't see it really shifting too much.
But do you think the ability of this team is slightly lower than years before?
I think there's a bit of a drop off. A tiny bit, you know, the Wijnaldum, the Manes, the Firminos, Hendersons, they're not there.
Forgot about Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, Wijnaldum was quality. Obviously, Firmino and Mane were absolutely top. I think they are slightly better than what they have right now. So, yeah, maybe he has dropped off.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a pointless argument because they're going to win it anyway. But I think I'm so bad at kind of getting to the point. I was thinking about it, I was like, I really did not explain myself well. So I just wanted to head back to that. Talking about a team that's kind of fallen off a bit. City haven't lost since the December the 21st in the Prem. I know they've kind of had a slightly easier run in. They've brought in players. One of them didn't get up to the best.
Kusanov. Hey, Kusanov.
Do you think that's the worst debut ever? I saw even that guy's jokes or whatever, my favourite Instagram page. It's a dream to get memed on there one day. Sky Sports, nearly 8 minutes in, put up his stats. And it was passes 6, unsuccessful passes 3, errors leading to goals 1, and a yellow card 1.
But it's one of those when you see. I couldn't believe what he was doing. The ball's at like hip height. It's a simple control, turn around, boot it up the line, or simple pass it back to Edison.
Do you know what I was more surprised at when I went and looked up at where he's playing before? One, it's in the French league that's fallen off a cliff. 2, he's only played 24 league games for Lens. That's not much experience at one of the top 5, 6, 7 leagues.
At the end of the day,
I know he's only 20. Yeah. I know he's only 20.
I was shocked he was starting. Absolutely shocked he was starting. A 20-year-old with not much experience.
Where's he from again? Is he
Kazakhstan?
Yeah.
Was it Uzbek?
Was it Uzbek? I think it's Uzbek. Kusanov. Is that his name?
Yeah, I think it might be Uzbek.
Yeah, he's Uzbek.
Uzbek.
Yeah, oh mate, if I'm in Uzbekistan, I'm like, we finally got a player in the Prem for City. He's gonna fly. Oh shit!
He can't speak a word of English.
I bet he knows what that was. Shit. Jesus Christ! I felt so bad. I felt so bad. My mum, whenever she sees something like that, she always feels bad for their mums.
Oh really?
Yeah, she always goes I wonder what his mum's thinking right now. Oh bless.
Well, you know what, City fans, they reacted well to it. And when he got benched and like you see everyone giving him a high five, everyone hugging him, like everyone saying like applauding him and stuff. So like they treat him well. It's all about how you bounce back. So we'll see if he's really got the mentality to do that. But it seems like he's got a good support system to do that.
Talking about another player, do you think that this Marmoush hype is partly kind of overdone a bit because of the whole thing about Salah joined Liverpool and tore it up for a big club? Now this other Egyptian's gone to Man City. He's a new Salah. It's like the story writes itself. So do you think that's kind of been overdone a bit, or is he really the dog's bollocks?
I think like my boy put me on him probably around the beginning of the season. We're comparing like little gems we found in Bundesliga. You know those ballers that are like, oh, like this guy would do well. And he put this guy forward, and I was like, yeah, guy looks proper.
Really? Looks proper. Apparently, Mido. Do you remember the old striker Mido?
Yeah, what about him?
For Spurs.
Yeah.
He said that he went to Spurs and said, you really need to sign Mo Salah. And apparently, like a year ago, Mido said again, you need to sign Marmoush. So, obviously...
He's a bit biased. He's a bit biased, isn't he?
Yeah, he's biased, but...
He's Egyptian.
Yeah, I know.
He's just trying to get his boys.
But I doubt he's gone like every player that's played for Egypt going to Tottenham, like sign him. I doubt it's like that. He was a little bit of a player. I mean, he definitely wasn't little, but he was a good player. Apparently he scored like 3 free kicks in a game. Like he scored a hat trick of free kicks in the Bundesliga or something. He's definitely from the little I know about him, the thing that really struck me with Marmoush is he's very fierce. And that's a really weird way to describe a player. But like, I feel like he's he's sharp. Like he's very direct. Like he knows what he wants and he looks hungry. Like he looks direct. He's not afraid to bang one out from like 30 yards. He had a bit, he definitely had something about him. Like he
100%.
He came into that City team and it was like, you know how we're talking about, he's older than Myles Skelly obviously, but Myles Lewis-Skelly, but I feel like Paul Merson. But it seemed like he didn't care. There's this one moment where he could have laid it into Foden, but he struck it, and Foden's like, "You should have passed."
Yeah.
But he looked like he did not give a shit. Yeah. Like he looked like he's like, "Nah, that shot was on."
And he's even disappointed in the shot. Huh? He was even disappointed in the shot as well.
Yeah.
He's
vicious and fierce and direct and technically great, and his body language was top. Yeah. I think I was thinking out loud now, I think that's the thing that really took me by surprise. Was there anything in particular for you that you were like, this guy's got a bit?
It's the running off the ball. Like, you know, when he's constantly making runs like in behind, obviously the majority of them, no one ever saw it. No one ever tried to play the pass, but like the runs he was making were absolutely dangerous against that high line. Yeah. But no one was able to find him with that through ball or that switch. So I think that's probably what stood out for me. Just like he's gonna be a nightmare for opposition players to deal with.
Yeah, just like having to pick him up constantly. Talking about a player that has done well, Foden's got 4 and 4. Do you reckon he listened to our podcast? Do you think Foden can rediscover his form compared to last season?
Of course. You know, Foden always finishes the season strong. You know, that's why he won Player of the Year last year. You know, he finished strong, was fresh in their minds. So, nah, man, like, this is the time to invest in your Foden stocks. Like, you know, he was missing in the previous in first half of the season, but no, like we've never doubted his ability. But you know, look,
it's about turning up when shit's going wrong.
Yeah,
and he's starting to do that. And talking about like things going wrong, as I say, City haven't lost since December 21st. I mean, they had a horrible result against PSG, but do you think that
City should have lost that game, by the way,
against Chelsea?
Yeah.
But do you think they could start to kind of, you know, get things going, get the momentum going, late push?
Yeah, of course. Like, they're not too far off. I think they're like 5 points off us.
Yeah, they're also 11 points worse off at this point of the season. And I've seen them come back from crazy points deficits. So I wouldn't be surprised if they could push.
If anyone can do it, they're the only team that can do it.
Yeah.
You know, they've made 3 signings when it's been like that. They spent 150 mil like it's nothing. and that can only raise the levels on the training pitch. So, nah, I think they know what they're doing. They signed Erling Haaland to a new contract, which is insane. But yeah, I don't know. I hope not. I fucking hope not.
Well, the thing I think that would be their Achilles heel is, like, I know you mentioned it before, but like it's clearly their defence this season that's been lacking. I actually don't think it's just the Rodri thing. I think their defence has been all over the shop. But with this new guy, was it Kuzmanov? Kuzanov. It's not looking good, bro. If you needed to sign one defender, it's not a 20-year-old that played in Ligue 1.
You know what? Like, let's see how he responds to this. I hope he plays next week and proves that he is not ready.
This will come out after that game, so I don't know though. If you're going up against Havertz, you fancy yourself a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Havertz is going to make it a difficult night for him, though. Like, Havertz is not easy to deal with. Like,
he does constantly move off the ball. That's the one thing people don't talk about.
He puts his elbow in you, like, he can rattle you.
Yeah,
Havertz can rattle you. This guy from Uzbek, man, he could just give him a little swing to the jaw. Like,
I think
I don't see him starting.
Yeah, I also don't see City mounting a comeback. They could, again, as you say, they could mount a comeback better than any other. But I feel like you needed to invest in like an experienced defender if you are, because it seems like the main problem is defensively. And that could prove a problem.
I'm sure we'll see the real reason why they bought him soon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's got brilliant people to learn off. And I think they probably played him because of his pace in behind and what he could do. So
we'll see. Talking about a team that, as we're recording, just lost 2-1 to Leicester. There's one thing I've really wanted to talk about for a while, and I know there's a lack of depth in this Tottenham team, but I'm just feeling so sorry for Archie Gray. Like, he's an 18-year-old who's just come to the Prem. He's playing, I'm not sure if it's too different to Leeds' system, but he's clearly a central midfielder. He's played right back here and there, I know. But to be thrown in that back line for Spurs is crazy. I'm not being funny, but if I'm a good striker in the Prem and I see Dragusin and Archie Gray at the back, and I know they're bare bones, I know they haven't got Van der Ven or they haven't got Romero, and I know there's a lack of options, but I think Ange has got to really be careful with him, because there's a very talented player there, incredible ability, but you are absolutely killing his confidence right now. I remember there was a moment where he passed it back to Forster made a mistake, and he came out after the game. He was whispering to Forster saying, that was my fault. He's only 18. It's too much pressure, especially at a time. You could say, yes, he's being played there because there is no options, but bring in, I don't know. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I suppose that is the problem. But a youth player who is actually a centre-back. I know that's easier said than done, but then you do kill their confidence. I don't know the reasoning for it, but I just feel so bad for the kid.
Well, like, this is professional football we're talking about, you know. I think he will learn from this experience and probably become a better player and become stronger going forward. Like, yeah, you feel for them, but at the end of the day, you chose to join that club. You chose to join such a shit club. A shit club.
Okay. But look, I know it's because of a lack of options. I'm very aware of that. I don't know the Spurs squad as much as Spurs fans do. I think essentially what I'm trying to say is, like, I just feel so bad for Archie Gray. I do, man. He seems like a good kid. He's got loads of ability. He is a central midfielder.
He's a good player.
He's not a centre-back.
But I think everyone that's seen him play can recognise he's a good player being played out of position, and he's doing more than people even thought he would be able to do. So, like, he's getting his opportunity. He's getting minutes. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, I know, but he's also getting his confidence killed every week. Maybe the fact is, and should be better prepared if you're going to play this style of football and you know it's going to lead to a lot of injuries. Sign an experienced centre back for on the cheap, and don't get to the point where you have to put an 18-year-old who's played right back in central midfield for Leeds in the Championship, and even if he has played centre back for Leeds in the Championship, it's the Championship. It's too but
it's all in hindsight. You think it's Andrew's fault that the team is injured and they're not signing players?
No, it's Andrew's fault. There's injuries. That's through the way that they play.
Nah, man, it's just luck. Injuries are luck at the end of the day. Like, he doesn't play the most explosive football. Like, you know. Well, these are centre backs that are getting injured. Of course, like Van der Ven and Romero, it's fair. Like, they play a high line. There's a lot of sprinting and stuff like that, and you probably rush them coming back for sure. But at the end of the day, like, injuries are part of the game. You're gonna have times where you're like, fuck. And without these players, you gotta come up with solutions.
I think, look, there are solutions. Maybe it's just, it is what it is. He's in that position because he's in that position because of the injuries. I think the main point I just want to make is I just feel bad for him, because that is one quick ticket to destroy an 18-year-old's confidence. And I really hope that he does come back from it, but sometimes these experiences are damaging, man. Like, I don't know how I'd deal with it as an 18-year-old and who isn't a centre back.
But again, I don't think his confidence is destroyed. I think he's taking responsibility. He's playing well. Doesn't strike me as someone that has like fuck, can't make a 5-yard pass, can't do what he does. He's still receiving the ball under so much pressure and still distributing it pretty well for players that are ahead of him that are just not giving him option. So I don't think he's destroyed. I think he's been put in a tricky predicament and he's doing the best that he can. So people recognise that. And, you know, that's only going to help him when he's playing further up the field in his preferred position.
I hope so. Because I just feel really bad for the kid. I just feel really bad.
I'm happy for him, man. He's playing Premier League football.
No, he is, but he's not showing what he's got, really. Another player that really does impress me is Bergvall.
Yeah, Bergvall's good.
He's really raw. Like, I haven't seen a player like him in a while come in. Like, he's got a bit of MLS about him where he's not scared. Yeah, like, he's a leader. But he's quite erratic, Bergvall. That's the only thing I'd say is, like, he does this, he'll dribble past, like, 3 players, win the ball. I think at one point against Arsenal, he's in the midfield on his own. And he did well. Did really well. And he's a player, but he's 18, so, like, fair play. But I hope he gets that kind of erraticness out of his game a bit, because I can see it leading to problems further down his career. I think Bergvall could be a serious player.
No, 100%.
And I remember Rio Ferdinand commentating and saying United didn't want to sign him, and like he'd be having a word with the scouting department. I think, he could be really good. If there's anything that Spurs fans are to be positive of, it's Bergvall, and just the hope that Archie Gray doesn't get his confidence destroyed. In regards to a player that I think is awful, I'm actually quite shocked about Dragusin.
Yeah, he's bad.
How did this guy get linked to Bayern Munich? Like,
he's linked to us as well.
Thank God. He can't. No, like, you know how you're saying about Archie Gray, like not being able to play a 5-yard pass. Dragusin genuinely can't play a 5-yard pass. I think he's one of the worst on the ball defenders I've seen.
How come you don't feel sorry for Dragusin? His confidence is probably worse than Archie Gray right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why don't you feel sorry for him? I'm just calling him awful. You're piling in on him.
Yeah, good point. Good point. But screw it. I'm just going to do it anyway because it is what it is. Jesus Christ, even for Arsenal's goal, I forgot what goal it... There's been a few times where his...
Gabriel goal.
No, it's like his positional awareness is atrocious. He literally didn't go out to a player. Like, he was like shielding the centre of the defence when no one else was there. So he essentially just let someone come in from the left and cut. And then how are you going to get close to anyone if you're still shielding the middle of the pitch and not going to the player? I was actually lost for words when I've seen him a few times. I was like, oh my God, this is bad. Why is this guy linked with Bayern Munich? Why? Mate, Dragerson.
He's 21, right? 21, 22.
Yeah, he's young.
He's young, man, but fucking hell. Well, the fucking Everton game. And Dye's goal.
That was it. That was it. He just let him.
He ran. He pressed him and he was like, "Wait." Dropped back, gave him 20 yards, gave him a run at him,
and then allowed so much space out wide for him to go. Was it? Yeah, he went out.
He
wide.
showed him on his weaker foot.
Yeah, he showed him on his weaker foot. But they're showing someone on their weaker foot, and then there's giving them a whole half the pitch, like that. Like it wasn't like he was showing onto his weaker foot in a tight space. He was showing onto his weaker foot in a bloody whole field. I'd never seen anything quite like it. I was like, Jesus Christ. He's not good on the ball. When players are running at him, his positioning is atrocious. I have no words. He's got to go. He's got to go.
He just needs to improve. Needs a good coach.
There needs to be a lot of improving. It's giving me Schillaci. It's giving me I
can't understand why you're so damning of him. But
he's an actual centre back though. Archie Gray's a central midfielder.
Yeah, and defensively he hasn't done very well either.
I think Dragerson's been worse than Archie Gray. I remember against Arsenal, Archie Gray was not that bad. That's an 18-year-old central midfielder doing a job better than 22-year-old centre back. The main thing is he is an actual centre-back. Can you see Dragerson dictating the tempo in the middle of the pitch? I'm sorry to go on about one. And if we ever do grow this podcast and we have to work with him, he's a fantastic player. But right now, Jesus Christ, it's bad. It's bad. I think that is one of the biggest howlers in the scouting department. I could talk about it for days, but I'm not gonna. But I just want to say that. And here's one. Do you think Spurs get relegated?
I think they could. Who the fuck cares? Nah, they're not going to go down, man. They're not going to go down.
So would you keep Ange on?
Yeah, I'll keep Ange on. Who can you get? Do you want to get Poch back? Or Poch is your US manager? There's no one there, that you can immediately think out to, that can change things. They've gone for every sort of manager. So I think it's got to be up to the players. If the players are really on his side and want him there and want him to do well, and then but if he's lost the dressing room, then you've got to change stuff.
Well, a little birdie just told us something interesting.
That's terrible. That's shocking.
Should I say it? I'm not going to say how we got this information, but we have this information from a reliable source that we've just been told that Tottenham training is terrible and the players don't like it. Apparently they just run. There is no technical or tactical drills being done. And you can attest this, the person who just told us it's a reliable source. If that's not enough to lose the dressing room, I don't know what is.
100%. It sounds awful, I can't lie.
From what we've just been told,
if we're just working on running and fitness and pressing and just gung-ho attack, and there's no tactical setup, then you're not really preparing for any sort of matches, and you're just sticking players in positions for what?
Yeah.
For vibes.
Yeah, that's not good.
You don't do well you can do well in the Premier League temporarily on vibes, but it's not consistent. You need actual. Your manager shapes the team and shapes your success.
Moving on, our maddest moment of the week. It's been ages since we've done this. I've got mine. You ready for me to tell the story?
Yeah, go on.
Have you ever kind of had a game where the floodlights have gone out? Like you're playing, I don't know, Saturday, Sunday football, maybe midweek. Have you ever had the floodlights go out? I don't think I ever have. Where the games had to stop or anything like that. Have you?
The games had to stop because of floodlights?
Yeah. I think I had it once, and that's because we didn't rent the pitch for long enough. They just turned off the floodlights.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
So this actually happened. There was a electrical problem in the FA Trophy match. There was a team called Sittingbourne, and they were 1-0 down, and one of the floodlights went out, and they were thinking of like they have to stop the game because they can't fix it. Luckily enough, one of the players for Sittingbourne, Liam Smith, was also an electrician. So Liam Smith at half time went out and helped fix the floodlight. Sittingbourne went on to win the game 2-1.
Oh.
And he jokingly asked to be paid for the repair work. Sounds like he's not getting paid much at Sittingbourne. Imagine that though. I've never heard anything like that. That's just a little wholesome one.
Yeah,
I just thought it was a nice little story.
Yeah.
So yeah, good on you. Was it Liam Smith? It's the most generic English player's name. Yeah, Liam Smith. And yeah, there we go. Would you vote for someone to be man of the match if that happened?
No, it's not football based.
Yeah, fair. Well, they ended up winning 2-1, so...
Well, you know, if they're looking for an electrician because the other one wasn't available, then...
Yeah, fair.
Why not?
All right. What about your maddest moment?
Okay, we could talk about Robert Sanchez since it's quite recent times.
Okay.
Did you know that he used to play for Forest Green on loan?
No?
Forest Green, so I think 2018 to 2019, I think... Where was he before... Let me just get my facts right before I send you this. So, I think he was playing in Spain, and Brighton in 2013 bought him, and he was playing in the academy up until 2018. And then the beginning of that season, he went on loan to Forest Green, and they fucking hated him.
Yeah.
And they hated him so much that they literally put up a compilation online of all his fails on their TikTok.
At Forest Green?
Yeah. He was so bad that whilst he was on loan, that they put a compilation of all his fails.
Oh,
It was terrible.
that's bad
Do you want to see
taste.
it?
Spent the 2018-19 season on loan at FGR. It's
No.
fair to say that he made a few mistakes during his time here.
Oh, but some of them are howlers.
5 years later, and he signed for Chelsea. Good luck, Sanch.
Oh,
Robert
that's...
Sanchez spent the 20
Oh, so it was after he left?
Yeah.
Okay,
After that. I guess
cool.
TikTok probably wasn't around in 2019, but yeah, they just... Yeah. That's mad.
So harsh.
When the guy's at his lowest, just kick him when he's down.
But I've got to say, some of them mistakes are howlers. How the hell has he ended up at Chelsea?
No, I can't lie. It's crazy. I
Even
don't know
it-
who's scouting him.
I mean, even at Chelsea, I was talking to a few Chelsea fans yesterday. Like, they're like, not sure. I remember.
I'm very sure that he's shit.
Yeah, a few times when he's played against Arsenal, he's made some howlers as well.
He makes a mistake. He gives an opportunity a game. Like one of my mates, my colleagues at work, were just saying like we were just agreeing like you got a chance against Chelsea because Sanchez is always gonna.
Yeah.
Remember that goal against that Declan Rice goal against
Yeah,
Chelsea?
yeah.
Like you
I
always just.
I made a video on that.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I literally said that Chelsea should have won that game, but Sanchez made the mistake to.
He always give you that chance just to win a game. Just always just wait for it. Put pressure on him.
Yeah, he's one of a kind.
Yeah.
That's for sure. He's also, I think it's like 5 clear errors he's made this season so far. That's led to goals.
Who's worse, him or Onana?
Oof, that's tough. Onana did make a howler against Brighton. I was there.
It's terrible.
Who's worse? I say they're as bad as each other, in all honesty.
I think Sanchez is worst.
Yeah.
I do think Sanchez is worst because Onana can actually have a game where he's making all these fucking incredible saves.
But then again, Maresca came out and said, although people are saying that Sanchez has made like 5 clear errors for goals for Chelsea, he's also saved them more times. I'm like, I can't really remember like you even if you don't follow a club that's your team, you do see those crazy saves. Like Martinez's one this season for Villa. I mean, that was extraordinary, but you do hear about saves, and even the Leicester keeper against Arsenal earlier in the season, you're like, you do hear about keepers like on form. I haven't once heard about like Sanchez on form this season.
No, 100%. Like he might have made a save, like a really good save,
Yeah.
but nah.
Nah, you need a new keeper. You know how like Chelsea have got that number 9 curse? I'm starting to think they have like a keeper curse ever since they signed Kepa.
God damn.
Yeah.
This is cursed club since for the past 5-10 years.
Yeah. You got any other Maddest moments? I saw that you had another one.
Let me check.
Okay, that is definitely not one.
It's about Tottenham.
Oh, God. Jesus.
What are we doing here? Wasting time, blowing whistles, Notting Hill Carnival blood.
Take off the coat, blue, get him off the beat, take him to the street, because I'm going to make this song cry. Nah, I'm not.
It is 2-1 Leicester.
Bro, I've never seen Tottenham like
Oh,
this.
my days. I've never seen anything quite like this.
It is
Okay, let me see if I can...
Actually, I've got one. Now, this is probably the most Irish name of all time. I just want to shout this out. I saw this on Ireland's Instagram. Calvin O'Sullivan O'Shea broke his neck in September of 2023 playing for Kerry FC. Like, bad. And he was told that he might not even walk at all. Like, God forbid even play football. Obviously a freak accident and just horrible. You don't want to see anyone go through that. And I think he's pretty decent because the ending of the story will tell you so. This isn't too long ago, September 23. What's that? Like a year and like 3-4 months ago, he broke his neck. Recently, Calvin O'Sullivan O'Shea, most Irish name of all time.
So you can say that and you can't say the Myles Lewis-Skelly.
I don't know, the O's had breaks into it.
Oh, yeah. We
But-
can break wherever you want, mate. Myles Lewis-Skelly.
But maybe I shouldn't say break in this story. But he has recently come back, debuted for Ireland under-15s and scored a header. I just think that's an incredible story. To break your neck that young, be told you'll not be able to walk, and then come back, make an international debut. Header after a broken neck. Do you think I'm going anywhere near a header after I break my neck?
Fuck.
No chance.
No.
So fair play. You're a tough nut, Calvin. Shout out you. Shout out who was around you, because I'm sure they would have helped you get through that. And shout out for making your Ireland under-15 debut. You're not going to want to play for the team for too much longer after you get into the senior side and see how bad we're doing.
Or go to England.
Yeah, but if, like, just, I'm a bit lost for words in regards to that story. To score a header as well after breaking your neck.
Save your team and put your neck on the line, man. That's good.
Good pun, but fair play. Like,
play, man.
I don't know, just crazy story. Great story to hear, and good on you.
Good on the Irish, man. Yeah.
What's your other Maddest moment?
I find it mad that Troy Deeney is now doing fan interviews. Like,
Why is Troy Deeney doing fan interviews?
he's doing these fucking CBS fan interviews. Like, oh, what do you?
Well, also, why is he wearing glasses? Like, Troy Deeney and smart glasses, it's just a combination I don't think works. But I kind of like it. If I was getting interviewed by Troy Deeney in those glasses, I feel more comfortable because if I didn't say the wrong thing, there's less likely I'm getting beaten up. Like, I feel more comfortable that I'm not going to get my head kicked in if I piss him off.
Fuck it, Troy Deeney. He's gone from being footballer to... Well, he was quite a renowned football player, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, he was quite
spoiler.
diverse. Then he tried to go coaching, probably had like the worst stint at Forest Green again. Damn, Forest Green really making headlines.
Yeah.
And now he's just doing like fan interviews outside the stadium. Like, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Was it just me?
He's probably getting paid bank for it, so I don't think it's that sad.
Yeah, CBS got a good budget.
Yeah. And also, I've seen like some people try and lay into him, and you can tell that Deeney just wants to sock him.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for the day where he's outside and someone says the wrong thing. As I say, I feel calmer with the glasses, but I'm just waiting for the day that someone pushes the boundary too far. You do not fuck with Deeney.
I'm not heckling Deeney.
I'm not going anywhere. You think I'm saying anything to Deeney? You'll slap me.
I'll heckle Danny Murphy, but I'm not fucking heckling Deeney, Troy Deeney. That guy's been in prison, bro.
Bro, I would not get on the wrong side of Deeney. I actually think he's a lot nicer than people make out.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
I've heard nice things. Like, I know someone who bumped into him and said he was absolutely sound.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd like, but you know,
Are we just saying this because we don't want to get beat up now?
no, I could take it.
There you go. Chika, Troy Deeney, Misfits. Who else did we say you fight on Misfits? I feel like there was someone else.
God.
I feel like there was someone else.
All of them.
Anyway. So,
Granny
all of them.
Xhaka.
Well, the clash of the Nigerians, KSI versus Chika. I can see it.
God, I'm not fighting KSI.
What about Deji?
I'm fighting for good amount of money. Yeah, everything.
What is he Igbo?
No, they're Yoruba.
Ah, there we go. Yoruba versus Igbo in the boxing match.
Literally, your eyes are lighting up. Yeah, there we go.
I'm thinking of marketing. I work in marketing. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is gonna rock the whole country.
The whole of Nigeria,
Yeah, the whole. Wait, there's one other group in Nigeria, isn't there? There's
Hausa.
Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa.
yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, rock 2/3 of the country. That fight. Maybe we could make it like a triple threat with someone from Hausa. I don't know. So you're not fighting KSI, but you'll fight Troy Deeney or Misfits.
I'll fight KSI for good money.
Yeah, it's fair to say that.
Give me like 100 grand. I'd buy it.
Even for 100 grand. You get a lot more if you fought KSI. You get $1 million at least.
No, I don't think he would, you know. Not if he's fighting me.
Yeah, you're that guy. Uncle Cheeks. I'm not messing with him. I don't even think Troy Deeney's messing with him. This is why you've got to get this fight started.
Mr. Yum Yum, yeah?
All right, to see it out, we usually do a thing where we compare players and we do like a quick fire. So, are you ready? Martinelli versus Garnacho.
Oh, this is easy.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, passing.
Fucking hell. Martinelli.
Cool. Dribbling.
Garnacho.
Speed.
Martinelli.
Weak foot.
Martinelli.
Crossing.
Martinelli.
Vision. Creativity.
Martinelli.
Shooting.
Martinelli.
Physical.
Martinelli.
So I think you only gave 1 or 2 to Garnacho.
One.
So why is Martinelli a better footballer than Garnacho?
It's close. It's close, but I
He
think...
says after only giving 1 attribute to Garnacho. What do you mean it's close?
Well, right now they're performing at similar levels. I think Martinelli's probably edging it. He's got like, 4 goals?
Edging it. He's bloody country yard ahead of him by the sounds of it from that poll. I actually disagree with that. I think Garnacho's better than Martinelli, but go on.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? In what respect?
Not based on format, just as a player. Anyway,
How is he better?
you need to explain your bit because you're the one that I quiz.
Well, you're the one that has stronger points.
No, you go.
I think it's close. Like a lot of those are. I know what Martinelli can do, especially in a good system, and I think even dribbling's a bit whatever. But sometimes when I watch Garnacho play, I think he's just an idiot, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and I genuinely believe that Martinelli, it is more of a confidence issue. And I think Garnacho is probably going to get a lot better as time goes on. He has a lot more potential than Martinelli. But I think Martinelli right now is a better player and has produced more.
I'd agree with that.
I think Garnacho's overhated, but there's a lot of times I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah. I mean, I get confused by Garnacho a lot, mainly because he made a dwarf bring out his birthday cake. And it's like 20th birthday.
Mm.
And he kind of looks like a vampire.
Mm.
But I don't know. I just think he's got more to his game. I think as time goes on, if Garnacho gets a good run of games, if
he's had a good run of games all season.
Yeah, but in a very toxic atmosphere. Martinelli's in a healthier atmosphere, we can say. I think technically, Garnacho's got more to his game. Again, I said this last time. I think Martinelli's a bit one-dimensional. Recently, though, he's been a lot better and he's been less one-dimensional. He's been cut. I said I'd let Martinelli cut in the last pod. They let him cut in. He delivered the delicious cross on the weekend. So I still would back myself allowing Martinelli to have a shot from distance. But in regards to crossing, his crossing has really, really got good. So is one up in the air. Garnacho definitely hasn't performed this season. I don't know. I just think Garnacho is a lot better technically. Do you want to do one more?
I don't know. Like, I think I've seen a lot of here and there, I've seen a lot of skills from Martinelli. He's ripped a couple people on the byline. He's done a couple tricks there, shown a bit of his Brazilian flair. He's still a bit one-dimensional at times, 100%. But if I'm like, okay, who's going to beat a man right now? I don't know. I feel like Martinelli in this moment will probably beat that man and probably finish off a chance better than Garnacho has.
The thing that makes me lean to Garnacho is, yes, Martinelli's more likely to do that because he's constant at you. Garnacho can do it in different ways better than Martinelli. I feel like Garnacho could whip in the delicious cross. He could shoot from distance and bang it in. He could cross on his left. He could take on the player for pace. Not as well as Martinelli. I don't think... The things that Martinelli's really good at, Garnacho doesn't come close. Like going directly at a player. I don't think Martinelli comes close, but... Garnacho comes close to that. But I think Garnacho's just got more elements to his game than Martinelli. But based on form on this season, you can't really argue that Garnacho's been better than Martinelli. Have you got one for me?
Yeah, I got one.
Go on.
Let me have the list. Ronaldinho versus Neymar.
Oh, don't do this after the... Okay, go on. God, my eye just stuck there. Go on.
Parson.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, I need an answer.
Can I say same? Draw?
No. Pick one.
Go Ronaldinho.
Dribbling.
Neymar.
Speed.
Neymar.
Weak foot.
Neymar.
Crossing.
Ronaldinho.
Vision.
No. Can I go back to passing? I want to give that... Wait, what are we on? I'm confused. What are we on?
Well, no, this is your gut reaction.
Oh,
Okay, vision, creativity.
This is so tough. God, what was that noise? This is impossible. This is impossible.
Vision or creativity?
Oh, I don't like this. Both.
No.
Neymar.
Shooting.
Neymar.
Physical.
Ronaldinho. What was that? I think it was just Neymar.
5-3 to Neymar.
Yeah, I've spoken about earlier in the podcast. I think they're very similar players in the sense of how good they were at dribbling. It's so tough. I just think Neymar combined his flair with speed, and I think that's what gives him the edge over Ronaldinho. Because I think Ronaldinho, he wasn't as fast. Ronaldinho was fast. I think it's a myth that he wasn't fast, but he's just not as rapid as Neymar was. And I don't think he dragged in players as well as Neymar did. What Ronaldinho was great at was shielding the ball and keeping it, because Ronaldinho was secretly so strong, like so strong. But then people were saying like Ronaldinho only really did it for 2-3 seasons, whereas Neymar had incredible moments throughout his career. Then again, Ronaldinho at PSG was a joke. It's really hard. I just literally have to go for gut instincts. I think Neymar just edges it for... Maybe it's recency bias. I don't know. For me, Ronaldinho was direct, but Neymar was a bit more direct and a bit faster. And for that, I would just edge at Neymar. But please do not give me hate for Ronaldinho, because Ronaldinho was ridiculous. He was one of my heroes.
Give him hate. Go on.
I love Ronaldinho.
Kill him in the comments.
Ronaldinho and Henry. Ronaldinho is another player that made me love football. But
And he lost to Neymar.
Neymar is incredible. I just think the Neymar hate is so overdone. I just think it's so overdone. I think he's technically just a joke. I'm literally just saying Neymar, I think, because of speed and... Yeah, I'm literally going Neymar because of speed. Like, literally. My howler of the week, I think it has to just go to Ange. He's having such a bad time, and I think seeing Spurs in this position is a bit shocking. It reminds me of the days in which, they were terrible. Yeah. Who's your freak of the week, though?
Freak of the week. Michael Oliver. Because He's a freak of nature. He's done, you know, a lot for this sport, and he still amazes us with his ability to referee games and really bring the attention towards him. You know, as the game should be done. You know, the spotlight should be on the referees. Where are you going? I'm not finished speaking. Yeah, Michael Oliver, absolute freak of nature when it comes to refereeing. I wish he could referee every game. Well performance. Again, making headlines because of his great performance. But yeah, big Michael Oliver from Newcastle upon Tyne. That's my freak of the week.